Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here at Earth and Sky, where we are on the road today. We're in beautiful Petoskey, Michigan. As you noticed last week, the last 2 weeks, we were talking about the South and the fiery element that helps bring up our transformation and our ability to increase our passion and teaches us about how to let go of things and clear away so we can transform that energy into things that are even greater and even more powerful, and allowing us to really let go of, in a full and complete way, that which no longer serves us, so we can rise up like the smoke of the fire and creating what we want in life. So the next element that I wanted to talk about today is the element of water. So what a better place to do that than on Lake Michigan. It is gorgeous out here, and as you can hear, we almost have that wintry sound of the sea behind us. It's closer in towards spring, but we're still feeling that cold, wintry element of the wind, which we will be getting into in a later live talk. But the water teaches us all about cleansing. It teaches us how to dive into our emotions, how to clear away, how to release what no longer serves us, so that we can really open fully into expressing ourselves fully and how to embrace that part of us. Sometimes it can feel a bit hard to dive into the emotional aspects within us. Sometimes we really want to be able to feel the ability to kind of ignore the emotions, but it is so important to be able to really reach in, to dive deep, to open up and explore that aspect within ourselves. It is a time to really open to that cleansing so that you can heal more deeply. We must be able to acknowledge the emotions that are going on within us so that we can explore and dive deeply and open up to that. And the water teaches us all about that. The water teaches us that it is okay to explore those parts of ourselves. Sometimes emotions can be an amazing thing when you're feeling those heights of joy, and when you're feeling perhaps being out on the water, feeling the ecstasy of the vibrancy of the energy that the water brings us. Sometimes it can be a bit harder though. If you're going through grief, if you're struggling with anxiety or depression, or maybe just a challenging issue that you're trying to figure out how to navigate how you feel about it, so you can choose the actions that you want to get to, which we'll talk about as we get into the north. But it is so important. So some of the ways that you can do that, of course, everybody knows just feeling your emotions and learning to express them is one of them. But there are many different elements that you can reach out to get help as you're on the journey of figuring out how to explore and release and cleanse and open up to greater emotions. So the Ortorongo is the animal that we use in shamanism. The word Ortorongo translates to jaguar. Water panther is an energy that I resonate with a lot as I work with the elements of the West. So you can call in and ask Ortorongo or jaguar or water panther to come help you. The lessons that jaguar teaches us is all about fearlessness. The jaguar is a large cat in the jungle who is a friend to all. She has no enemies. She only takes what she needs, and she is not afraid. She walks in a light of courage, and she teaches you how to receive that within yourself and how to be able to express and enjoy your life fearlessly, feeling the vibrancy. The element of water helps you to know that even when you are expressing and feeling the depths of different emotions, you can bring in the courage, the fearlessness, and the vibrancy of jaguar to help you navigate that, and to remember that you have everything that you need within yourself as you're going through the beautiful journey that we have in this thing that we're calling life, all of the different experiences that we have. So the color that is associated with water probably makes a lot of sense. You're seeing a lot of that here. The color blue is the color that is represented with water. So if you are trying to figure out how to navigate your emotions better, and you're trying to figure out how to maybe express yourself or how to get in touch with different emotions, wearing the color blue is a good thing to do, because it will signal to the subconscious part of your brain that you are ready, that you're ready ready to bring up that fearlessness and you're ready to dive deeper into exploring and being able to express yourself. Emotions have many different components. One is just knowing what you're feeling, being able to experience it, fearlessly experiencing those emotions within yourself, and then expressing it is the next part of it as well. Being able to express your emotions in a way of love. When you're expressing and you're trying to figure out how to tell other people how you're feeling or to express what you're thinking about, how the impact of that relationship is within your life and with them, do it from a place of compassion, fearlessly being able to express yourself while maintaining your integrity and having those messages come out with the essence of love. You can reach out to the Archangel Raphael for this. Gabriel. I actually wrote that wrong in my notes, but the Archangel Gabriel is the Archangel of the Western Sphere. So you can ask her to come in and to help to assist you as you're navigating the varying strengths of the waters of emotion that bring to us. You can simply ask Gabrielle to come in to assist you, to sit with you as you're processing emotions, or maybe journaling is a way that you like to process. You can ask the Archangel Gabriel to come in and assist you as you're writing those down and processing, experiencing it. Some of the things that you can ingest into yourself, because we've talked about how different foods are great ways to bring in the different essences of the directions and the elements as you work your way with empowering yourself by tapping into the elements. So if you're wanting to eat certain foods, soups are amazing for processing emotions and for bringing yourself into the ability to channel and harness the energies of the West. Any kind of soups work really well, and hot beverages, whether it's hot tea or hot coffee, any type of liquid really that you're bringing into yourself brings in this essence of the water as you bring it into your body. Also, drinking water is a pretty obvious way of bringing the element of water into yourself. If you are doing some kind of a ceremony, maybe in your home or maybe outside, and you want to represent the element of water, you can simply have a beautiful vessel, some kind of a dish, something that you already have in your house, and fill it with some water so that you can tap into that. If you don't live near the ocean, but you want to bring in the energy and the essence of the ocean, you can bring in that simply by adding some sea salt to the water and having that on the dish that you have on your altar or wherever you're doing the work that you are doing for this. And really, any of those ways are great for enhancing the energies and adding to it. You may have heard about creating moon water or holy water, things like that. It's a great way to utilize those when you're trying to work with the energies of the West and bringing that essence and energy into your life. The water, as we talked about with some of the different seasons, the element of water brings a lot of spring energy with it. It carries life all around the globe. Did you know that 71% of the earth is actually covered in water? It is a huge amount, and those waters shift and change all around the globe. There are points where the water in the Mediterranean Sea has traveled across, and it becomes one with the water in the Pacific, which travels across, becoming one with the water in the Atlantic. It is a way that teaches us about that interconnected web that we have, where we all are related with each other. As you cleanse and release and let go with the water, as you learn to harness the energy of the sea within yourself, bringing up your courage and bringing up your fearlessness, you can be reminded that we're all connected with each other. Sometimes when people are diving into the emotions, it really can feel like a lonely time. You might feel like you feel separated from everyone else, but the water teaches us that we are never ever separated. There are so many drops of water in a single glass of water, and they all weave together and work together and wind together. We are all connected with each other. We are all connected with the stars and the sky, and we can draw in this energy and essence into ourselves whenever we choose, whenever we want to bring up that courage and fearlessness. So it reminds us really a lot of the spring as the energy is being transplanted and carried around the globe. Just as in the spring, all of the seeds begin to grow again. The birds are flying in the sky, chirping as the season begins to grow and the season of life starts to raise again within us. The essence of the sea also reminds me a bit of the winter, because a lot of times you'll see the greatest amount of power, as you just saw that great display behind me as the sea rose up and crashed along the shore. That really happens so much more in the winter. The Atlantic seas are well known for the wintry strength that they bring as they carry and toss across the ocean. So it really teaches us about walking through the wheel. In the spring, it reminds us of how connected we are with each other and how we are able to bring that connection in so that we know that we're not alone, so that we can transplant those seeds, so we can plant what we want, carrying us through the summer and the fall and then into the winter as you've planted and harvested, and you find that strength within yourself. If you take this time now as we are in the season of the spring, think about, reimagine what you want in your life. What do you want this world to look like? All of the choices are available to you of what you want to create in your world, which then adds to what we all experience together in this amazing journey that we have through life. And then as you work with that energy and you bring the essence and the energy of water into your life throughout each of the seasons this year, you are going to find yourself in such a greater position of strength and self-confidence and a sense of inner strength as we approach the winter this next season. The water teaches us really about how to be fluid, how to be flexible, how to adapt. The grace of carrying mighty ships is one of the incredible displays that we sometimes see on the water. And the water welcomes us in, sometimes with a very gentle lapping energy. It's very present here where I'm standing. On one side, it is very gentle lapping, and on the other side, you have this great rising of the waves and the sound of the sea. The water teaches us that we have all of that within us. We have the ability to be very gentle within ourselves, and we have the ability that when we need it, we can bring up a mighty strength within ourselves to continue to live our lives with courage, with fearlessness, and with integrity, and with grace. We can always learn to dive deeply into the water as well, to be able to float gently on the surface, or to dive into the depths as you really explore who you are, learning those lessons from the water. So embrace being a human. Really allow yourself to open, to express yourself in a way that you're expressing with love, with grace, with compassion, with humility, with integrity. Each of these are lessons that we learn from the water. Follow Ortorango or Water Panther or Jaguar, any of those elements that you really relate and resonate to as she teaches us how to be fearless, how to explore those aspects within us which may seem like the gentlest aspects are also those same aspects that bring up the greatest amount of fierceness and the greatest amount of strength within us so that we can carry ourselves into living the lives of our dreams. You all have that power within you, and I hope you will utilize some of these ways that you've learned about today to bring the aspect and the element of water into your life, whether it's calling in the Archangel Raphael, perhaps just sitting by the sea or a lake if that's closer to you, or perhaps you don't have any body of water near you and you just want to bring a vessel of water onto your table, thinking about what aspects the element of water can teach us, that beautiful interconnected web that we all share. I hope this has helped give you some food for thought this week as you think about how to bring this second of the aspects, the element of the West, the aspect of water into your life. Have a great week, everybody. Next week we will be watching, you'll be offered a meditation here on the water in beautiful Petoskey, Michigan, where we'll dive into allowing the essence and the energy of the water to flow directly into you. I hope that helps. Have a great week. If you haven't already, please hit the like button on this video. If you feel like it gave you some tidbits of information you'd like to share, please hit the share button as well. Thank you. Have a great week.